Hello and welcome in the arena. Are you ready to gamble? No, sorry, it's just from a game Dreamcast. Anyway, welcome. Glad to be here for another session. Bit more organization and better setup today, or it should be. Um, Most notably for following the chat, which I dramatically failed to do so last time because I didn't realize you guys were chatting on X. So I did set up an X with another screen with my X. I'm doing this right now, so I can actually follow you. So if you're saying things on the stream, I will be able to see them. Um, we are gonna stick though with the. Let me find the damn X chat. Where is it? If you put it in full screen, oh, I don't know. I thought last time the chat was on X. So anyway, you tell me uh, where I need one place for the chat essentially, so we can interact, and that is easy for me to manage. But yeah, we'll figure it out because I saw only after the stream I missed a few things last time. So anyway, yeah, for today we have a few things on the menu, a bit of tracking of the first three positions that we did, and we did deploy last week, 2 weeks ago. I will explain to you a bit the logic regarding accounting and things like that. Um, and then what's on the menu? Yes, I have a topic I want to bring up to you regarding social finance. We will discuss it just after the quick overview of what we did last week so that the people who missed the first show can know where we stand. And few opportunities I identified, but you can also suggest some as soon as I have found the chat somewhere. Oh my god, where is the Twitter chat? I got the picture. Or was it on YouTube? Let me check YouTube as well. I think maybe you guys were on YouTube. I don't know. I just noticed after the show that I missed the chat. Um, Let me check the. Oh yes, the chat is on YouTube. On Twitter, it's only Twitter, right? Okay. Let's see if it works. Yes, exactly. Okay. So for the sake of today, and unless there is a contracting opinion, the chat would be YouTube. You have the link of everything anyway on my website. Um, so let's get to it. And yeah, the big fail of the first edition was the screen sharing. Uh, but I believe that this way you should actually be able to properly see my screen. Just waiting on the stream to catch up the delay to see how it looks like. Um, let's see in a minute. Yes, full screen. Okay, perfect. So you can actually read on the stream. Amazing. And I can even zoom a little bit. Oh, this is not. Oh, yes, perfect. All right. So let's get into it. First, the analysis of last week's position. So, as you might see, might know, but just in case, concept of the show is that I fund this wallet with $3K every month. That gives us 2 sessions of deployment every month, every 2 weeks, with $1,500. We will deploy them in various strategies. The goal is to learn, see how it's actually done, see the methodology of doing DeFi as much as some DeFi being done live on stream, which I think is interesting as well. And as we wander through the various opportunities in DeFi, we will discuss, yeah, how I review them, uh, my view of the risk, and how I act on them essentially. And yeah, overall, how I manage. The way I view it is, the amounts are low key for now. Maybe they will not be. Oh, now I see the fucking Twitter chat. Okay, so I have both chat. Anyway, um, so yeah, essentially, I manage this wallet the way I would be managing. Like, I mean, that's not really my thing anymore. But picture if a DAO or something appointed me to on a committee, that would bring some memories. to do some asset management for them, for instance. Uh, this is kind of similar mindset. Of course, the amount will be different, and the reporting probably a bit more detailed. But honestly, we were also pretty. We're gonna capture everything that matters pretty much in that report. Aha, the sound is weird. I've been told. Okay, I'm adjusting. I am at 100% input to channel. One two one two. Microphone test. Oh, it's even worse. One two one two. One two and. Oh. Test 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 test. What is happening? Un deux un deux. Ceci est un test. One two one two one two. Test test test.
Test, 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 test.
Test test. Oh my goodness. Aïe aïe aïe. Somehow I broke it. Uh, I guess we could all reboot. Hello again, and I'm hoping this should be okay now. I see a signal on the sound. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. I see signal. So let me know in the chat. Sorry for this little intermediate. Uh, hope the sound should be better too. I can bring it closer to my mouth. And just as I was confident on the setup, um, it is breaking. So it seems like it's okay now. Uh, yes, I can put the sound a bit higher. Maybe that works like this better. And let's get going. Back to it. So let me share again. Woohoo! With better sound. Okay, we're good to go. So enough intro, I guess. I would have done the intro a bit brutal, but so let's look at things. So last week we were pretty reasonable. Out of the 1,500, we decided to go 1,000 farming stablecoin, and 500 we decided to take some risk with it. We will get into it. We opened a leverage. So first we bought ETH, and then we levered that position to the square using Surf Finance. We will do the breakdown of that. There is good news and bad news. But first, let's start with the stable yield. Uh, so analysis on so the stable first are on base, so we can look naturally at base because that meant no bridging. And it seems like our choice have been pretty happy um, because essentially, so let's do them one by one. First, we did this 40 acres, 40 acres dot finance. I will put it to you for you in the chat. Uh, 40 acres dot finance. Um, and so this one is, oh, sorry, only one E. This one is you're providing essentially stable coins that owners of Velo, Viero, and a few other positions now, depending of the chain, can borrow. It's a pretty interesting tool on both sides. But on the lender side, it's one of the most competitive yield on base right now. The main thing being the size, of course, because you see that there is about 6.5 million borrowed, so it's not not something you can hit with 10 million stable. But since we're playing here with reasonably small amounts, it seemed like a good call for us. So we've deployed 500 USDC um, exactly 2 weeks ago, and we've yielded almost $3 of yield, which can sound not too exciting, but honestly, on stablecoin, it's a pretty decent performance. Um, the funds are still there. Um, so um, so yeah, all good. And the API actually went up a bit. I think we deposited in the 12, 13 percent range. And then we went with a bit of a more risky option in the name of Aventis.com. And here it's a PEP DEX, and essentially we are a liquidity provider on the PEP, so that comes with bigger risk, as you might have all seen. Days of big activity, big movement on the market. Those vaults might either earn very well or be at loss. So it's high on the risk spectrum, and the API is higher as well, closing on 20-ish% versus 16 on the other side. And you can see the difference in the API as well in the performance, effective performance, because both were started at the same time with the same amount, and we roughly have almost $1 extra on the advantage position. Um, Now, the long term will tell us, what is the best move here. At first glance, my kind of intuition would say that we're not being paid enough for the risk we're taking on Adventis compared to the yield we can get on 40 acres for lower risk. But no, the hard part is uh, essentially is 40 acres overpaying or Adventis underpaying, and so which one should we arbitrage one way or the other? We definitely need to let it run a bit longer to figure that out, and it's also fine to have a bit of stable diversification. So the third position we opened was on mainnet, and it got added to the bank. Wasn't there last week. They've accessed my request. That's really nice. So it got added on the bank, and it's this SEER tokenized Rapid USDC to the square position. So we can actually go see it in the app. portfolio, we will have a bit more data. You can see the current performance. Um, so essentially, the price of ETH since we opened the position went down 6.5%, and or profit and loss, depending of how you measure it, is about 23% in ETH terms and about 28% in dollar terms. So there are a few things to consider, but essentially we put $500 last week. We are now at $360, so it's quite a counter performance so far. But there are a few things to account for. The first thing is you have to consider that we paid this one-time fee opening the position. So most of the difference that we see in the value of the position is actually stemming from the fee so far, a bit from the depreciation of ETH as well, but ETH didn't actually move so much. Now the timing of how long was pretty horrendous, as it happens. Oh wow, and it is actually bleeding a bit more today. Perfect. But so let's try to get the last 40 days. 2 weeks ago, we were around October 14, something like that. Yeah, let's say we were in that area, 4,000 something, 4,100. Um, yeah, that's kind of so. That's the bad news. Terrible trade. Good job, Bryce. The good news is that actually the product we're using, Sir, is actually because we pay those fee once. There is no leverage decay. And there is no ongoing fees. We can essentially sit on that position as long as it needs to be to eventually one day close it in profit. So that's going to be the mindset here. Expect this guy to be to be with us for a while because you can see actually you have some you can see in the on the app they will tell you so essentially for instance or break even. So to make back the fee, we need to have an ETH appreciating about 13%, 30% um, compared to our opening price. But then you can see the gain are, of course, because it's polynomial, amplified the more the price move away from our entry. Uh, so a 2x compared to the entry would be roughly 8,000 ETH, and that would be a 160% appreciation for this position. So anyway, we're gonna keep it a while. We're gonna have an eye on it, but there is nothing to do immediately. And just like on the stablecoin, I'm happy to let them run, keep them running. No, regarding the tracking, we did do the deployment tracking here, and that's good. Now, when it comes to the reporting on the position, I think we're gonna keep a consolidated log, but on a monthly basis. So every 2 sessions, we will have a bit of a bigger one. We do the monthly accounting, really like if we were operating a mini fund altogether. And then, if one of you guys is done, you can even then use that data and write the ARILA report. Or I will do it if I have time. I'm not sure. I can't promise on the actual report, but actually providing the data for the report is already a good start. So yeah, we will do that monthly. I don't think there is a point doing it every 2 weeks. We can just kind of like check on those positions, but actual report in the document every month. So that's for what we did last month, last 2 weeks ago. A topic I wanted to bring up today, and I see in the chat there's mention of glider fee. Yes, we can have a look at glider after. But a topic I wanted to bring today is regarding the social finance, and it's to ask you for your input regarding of what should be in scope of that show. I'm putting glider for later, so I don't forget. So simply put, in the first show I was mentioning that at this wallet size, I would be looking heavily at social finance and everything related, prediction market, but not only, to be making what I think could be potentially the best return accessible to someone with a moderate size portfolio, but the willingness to put efforts in DeFi. So now the question I want to ask you is, should we include those social fee opportunities, knowing that sadly I cannot go schizophrenic and create a second social presence for myself under arena.tokenbrice. So if we do that, that would be essentially importing my social capital from TokenBrice into that wallet. Um, More concretely, so you understand me better, for instance, I have allocated into the Mega East sale that happened on Sonar this week. And I've been granted access. I think they said it explicitly. They looked at social condition, SO scores, and so on. So I think it likely played a part. And then it will also play a part in how much of my allocation they are giving me. I'm not expecting to get the full amount. But yeah, so depending of your position on this, Mega East could be one of the trade we're making this week. For instance, I would just resell to my Arena wallet 500, for instance, of the token at the same price that I would get them. Um, but I could also understand the point where you tell me, Bryce, actually, if the goal is for this to be replicable by everyone at home, it's a bit unfair. Guys don't have a big Twitter, or they are not on ESOS, or they don't have the time to do this and that. Um, so that's receivable as well. Um, so yeah, let me know in the chat or in DMs after or whatsoever what you think is the best position on this. Um, Honestly, I think it would be nice to be able to include them uh, because even if some people might be gated from these opportunities, they are not capital gated; they are social gated essentially, and so that's something you can eventually resolve. It's not like, hey, sorry, bro, you don't have a million, I can't do anything for you. It would be more like, hey, so you don't have 2,000 followers on Twitter or whatever is the stupid metric they use to measure that. You can't access this one, but you can actually get a few followers on Twitter and you'll be able to access it. So, yeah, that's my brain stream on this. Um, and yeah, I'll be curious to hear what you think, and especially for this mega ease. I think there would be this and other there are other sales coming up. Um, Overall, next to the social fi, and I guess to connect each other, and that topic is a perfect illustration of it. Is definitely there is a lot of value, I think, in being able to tap into those Echo, Sonar, and Legion platforms and access those tokens because they can have a pretty decent return. Of course, they are more risky as well, uh, but yeah, that's the name of the game. Um, so yeah, let me know what you think on this. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts. And if you guys are cool with this, then Mega East can be one investment we do this week with the Arena wallet, and so that would be our first of that kind, first token sale that we ate in the Arena. Uh, yep. So that's for the social stuff. Another one, and it's more like to keep you in the loop as well, because it's more for next week actually, is you might have seen this week, I've been pretty pissed at Ledger, who introduced a clear signer uh, module that they will charge you on a basis of per transaction based on the amount transacted for. And not only that, they also mentioned that essentially, almost explicitly, one of the core guys on Twitter was discussing that the end game is eventually to have a tax on any transaction originated by your ledger device. So I read that and I didn't need it more to already be deeply researching alternative and like how do the fuck I get out of here quickly before this is even becoming a bit more real. At this point, if founder is talking like this is done. Even if they backtrack or do whatever, forget about it. You got to pick into the future of Ledger here, I think. Anyway, long story to tell you, I'm going to a conference next week in Vienna, and there will be free Trezor offered to the attendees. So I figured it's the actual perfect opportunity to do a bit of hardware testing in the arena as well at the next session then, where yeah, I'll be providing feedback on my experience with Ledger. I don't know if I want to actually use it live in front of the camera, if there's value in showing you that. Uh, Maybe, maybe not. You can tell me as well, but at least provide you from my experience with the Trezor, how it went, and if I'm able to do all that I like to problem. If it works with my Rabbi extension or whatever, Rabbi extension, whatever I'm using, you get the drill. So that would be for session 2 weeks from a little Trezor feedback session. Yes, so one of the protocol I've been offered to have a look at in the arena this week is, oh, no, it's okay, there is web, is a glider fee, and it's portfolio management product essentially. So I literally didn't look so much at it uh, before checking out with you today. Aha. Uh-huh. So yeah, okay, it's weight-based portfolio with some condition. Seems pretty nice. So actually, we can use it to try a bit of a trade, because I was thinking that it's a bit. Uh, so far, we haven't really traded assets at all, so we can try to do something a bit fun. Definitely some aero in there for the next few months. I think it's not a bad. Oh, let's do it. No, oh yes, they do. No, it doesn't on base. Yeah, it's not a good hype. That would be too good to be true. Uh, what else on base could be nice? I guess. Yeah, more full. Okay, you define your weight. How does that work? Right now, I just have token. Aha, you just allocate 50-50 to the two. Okay, can I create some conditions on top of that? Yes. So if, but okay, what's the condition? If set condition. Current price. Aha. Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay, now how do I tell him to do something? I can trigger a rebalancing essentially. Aha. Yeah, you know what? I would do it to just do a bit of automated trading strategy on Aerodrome. I think that's the best way to test the product and assess this logic without getting into too complicated stuff. So we're gonna do a our USDC portfolio and essentially define it so that what $2 it's a bit pushy, maybe 1.9. Uh, so that essentially if we cross that price threshold, the weight of the assets evolve and rebalances to fiat essentially. So it's literally like a sell order essentially. And I guess I could get more interesting if we could do stuff with the arrow meanwhile. Um, but it's a decent start to explore a bit this strategy. So I'm happy. I was about to say to you that maybe we should have some arrow positions. I was thinking more of buying. small V NFT and doing some cool stuff with it. But yeah, this is good as well. Oh wow, they want SR on base. Okay, we can do that. Find you $500 SR. So just going to quickly get some ease. Check. Yeah, that's the only downside of this method is that you do not see the transaction window, but I can actually share it with you, zoom on it, like when we're gonna use the gas tank or things like that. I will show you again how it goes. So we just swap some ball to ETH, so we have enough to start our strategy here. Don't tell me I have to refresh the page. Okay, I schedule portfolio, whatever that means. Now I should be able to deposit. Yeah, okay. They have an integration directly card and stuff like no. Yeah, I can see that the UI is really like normie friendly. You know, like I can input my deposit in dollar. It will do the conversion for me. Can bring it from a wallet or so on. Da-da-da. So I'm depositing now. Okay, we are through. Then we have a bit of position tracking. Doo-doo, yeah. So glider, fee, aero long. Let's call it like that. That would be the name. So we are the 30 today. Oh, fucking all the date. No, we did not open position in 2027. Okay. Uh, Source token was the same. The glider file. Okay. And here is our base scan. So yeah, I migrated the sheets to a D sheets as well to do the things right. Uh, I checked the link. You should be able to see it. The link is on my website in the show tab. So now just to go back into our little guy. So we have our portfolio, and so that means aha. Yeah, okay. Because I deposited this, it hasn't rebalanced yet. So we can actually trigger the rebalancing and see it happen. So they say the rebalance started and will trigger if needed, but I mean it should be needed because we have 0% error right now and we should have 100% based on our pricing logic. Yes, it seems like it just happened, and we got yes. So we full error now, and we got a bit of slippage. Uh, oh, we literally got in at $1 or very close to $1, so that will be easy to track uh, the uh, the performance there. And so, oh yeah, nice. So you have a little log of and you can see that the deposit and the rebalance that occurred um, 34 seconds ago, linked to the transactions and everything. Neat. So yeah, I guess this one is really more to see how it goes through the usage, you know, and we have this price target. Um, Maybe we should actually be a bit less greedy because the goal is to have it be triggered. But I imagine we can adjust the strategy. Or can we? Yes, we can. So maybe okay. We will go at 1.5, and then Aero will go on a generational run to $6, and I will want to get myself. But that's always how it goes. So 1.5 in the perspective that we're reasonably bullish Aero. They have good news coming up. If the markets are not too crazy, just hit up a bit. The token should do well. they're teasing up quite a lot the upcoming announcement they have as well in November. So maybe there is a sell the news kind of event there. Not sure. I'm just more like long-term bullish on this protocol that have demonstrated now that it has a pretty strong staying power. Um, oh, is it on DBank? If not, I will become the debanker of the whole DeFi with that show, adding protocols one by one. Uh, because yeah, I like the idea that you can see everything on DBank without having to add more context to interpret. Um, yeah, it seems like it's not, but I'll do a request. Shouldn't be too hard for them to support it. I imagine. We'll see. I'll fail to load some protocols maybe. Okay, so that's for Glider, and I think it's a good. Cool. I like this idea of trying new tools as well, and not just we're gonna use this protocol or this protocol. Um, maybe bookmark it like next time. And yeah, we will be following it, and especially if there is price action on uh, on uh, on Aero, it will be worth kind of seeing when that rebalancing happens. Um, but yeah, so far so good. Um, so I didn't hear so much. I was expecting some opinions maybe on the social stuff. What do you say? Go no go? Should we ape into that mega sale, knowing that essentially we won't be explicitly arena aping uh, because there is this social filter. So I will just bring it on my allocation that I got as TokenBrice essentially. Uh, I think this has value because it can show you what kind of things can happen to having a bit of a social presence. On the downside, what I don't like is that it makes the overall thing a bit less replicable. But again, I don't expect it to be. We're not going to be even if you say to me, yes, okay, go. We're not going to be chasing 3 things a week for sure. It's just more uh, uh, once in a while. We will, when there is an opportunity like this one, potentially seize it. Um, so yeah, I think that sale is over now, but I'm talking. Oh, I need to check actually if I have allocation on the other side. I mean, I should have. The question is how much. I will check after the show because yeah. Um, but essentially, my idea was to give access to that allocation to the Arena wallet. So if we say we invest $500 into the Mega East sale, I will just essentially do a swap. Hello, Bryce. Let's swap together with Arena Bryce, and Arena will send 500 to TokenBrice.east, and TokenBrice.east will send what $500 would have obtained you in the Mega East sale to the Arena wallet. So it would be at a functional level, just like if Arena had invested. The only thing is you would have not seen on screen the whole hey, can we see and all of that with Solar and Echo, of course. And no, that was pretty much it. Then connecting wallet, Twitter, and Discord so that they can check you, check the SO score, they check a few other stuff. So okay, this is quiet. I'm ready for you guys. You can chat. Uh, I guess you can tell that I want to take it. So let's take it. And we'll see if this becomes something too big or something that is removing to the show and its replicability. But I don't think it is. So the main question now is how much would you put in this? And my main deciding factor here would be that if we have other things of value we can do to with stable coins on base, maybe that's worth, especially considering we'll be aping in a sale and we already have aped into Aero. So I kind of like the idea of at least a bit of stable farming every added to the farm every week. So we also grow that stable farming capacity of the wallet, uh, and then we have those more sporadic uh, things, uh, betting on some token doing well or some sale or whatsoever, and that gives us kind of the stable inflow ideally. But this will will be more like a venture investment. We might have to shoot 10 darts to get a decent one. Versus the other side will be the very more safe state side of the wallet. Although, as we've seen already, you can have various exposures in even pure stable, and we do already. So what do we have? I was just checking the yield on base. Well, actually, maybe not the $1 million. Okay, we can hit the small pool. Yeah, maybe not that small. There's something definitely not worth it there, I think. Oh, stable coin, I don't know. Off. This is some LP on a perp. What is this? Max API? I'm not transpiring with confidence. iPod, though, I know the guy. It's a pretty decent, essentially old product. It's several, like it's just making your assets farm for you. I had it on my spot, but I didn't really use it so much. That's a fusion box. Okay. Ugh, leverage looping of your USD. Do we like that? I mean, the yield seems pretty good, but oof, it's been running for a bit less than a month. Well, I mean, I guess it's good, that we take this kind of stuff. Um, Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe we get blown. But it's kind of the point of the show now to see that we'll diversify our stable exposure further. So then we have the safe one at 15, the a bit more risky at 20, and I would definitely put this one, although it's a different nature of risk, but in a higher risk category than what we're doing so far. So that could be actually pretty decent. And so I'm doing something you should not do at home, which is I have not very much clue of what this USD is. But since we're already pretty deep into the show, we can keep it for next time, and that gives me a bit of time to look at it async as well. Um, and so let's conclude our last two investments then. So we will have the mega e sale we said, and then go with the uh, fusion. Okay, so we need to do some more swaps. Yeah, and I hope there is good airdrop in the next couple of weeks. I need to refund the wallet. No, it's okay. I will find a way. Uh, Okay, so I'm doing straight 1000 USDC. We will use a half for the USD looping and the other half for the mega ease investment, which will be done by personal wallet. But I'll send them here as soon as possible. So I need this transaction. Yeah, that's the loop one. And for the other, it's just a send to my wallet. So yeah, for the other, for now, we're just sending tokens to my TokenBrice, my public wallet. Um, we're just sending 500 USDC. So essentially, uh, we have the expense, and I will send the token to this Arena wallet as soon as I can claim them. And I need to do some math because I invested a bit more than that. I don't know how much they gave me, but I do hope they gave me at least $500. If they did not, I will refund the Arena. No worries. Uh, yes. So I just shut it now. Opera and make his proof. Yes. So that's how two token price. I'll take this one as well. Uh, that's for the big sale. What did I, we have some time. Bit flanky. Okay, we got it. I don't know what the line is no bigger, but um, just adding some context. Uh, because I might seem a bit useless now, but keep in mind that this is like maybe a year from now we're reading that and we're like, oh, what the hell were we doing there? Hyperfusion. And why are you turning this including? Very funny. Ah, yeah. Okay, so the sheet is clear. Uh, we have no new money in today because I already put enough this week, previous session. We track the gas wallet, so we're fine. So yeah, I think that's that would be it for today. That's a decent run. One thing I want to look at for the next one is stable diversification. So that's something I'm also looking at personally. That's a bit artificial to do it on a $2K stable portfolio, but I think there are like interesting insights to be gathered just from studying it. So we're looking at like maybe getting into some yield bearing euro or gold even or potentially franc Suisse, whatever is relevant and available in DeFi. So yeah, I hope you enjoy those arena sessions as much as I do. Slowly but surely, it's getting more interesting, I think. And as the weeks go and we have a bigger wallet, more positions, I think we can start having a lot more fun. But yeah, I hope it's already delivering value to you. And again, if you have any feedback, you know where to find me. And I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next one.